What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back on match day. We play Empoli in a couple of hours, but there are some news updates. Excuse me. I want to go over before we head into what is a key game ahead of the Inter game. But the Empoli game, we will talk about that post game. I will do my match reaction. I will do a live show as well, player ratings and all those things. And then from next week, it's all Inter, and I have a lot of shows coming up, a lot of previews with different channels. So stay tuned for that because it's a massive one, especially next week. But before we do that, please like the video. Let's get to 80 likes. Let's set the goals for 80 likes. So hit that like button now because we're gonna talk about Soule. We're gonna talk about a new link, a new striker link. We're gonna talk about Anderson as well, and we're gonna talk about KEAN because that was a bit all over the place the last couple of hours. But like I said, like the video and let's jump straight into it. And we start off with Soule. I was when the news broke. It was Friday evening, and I was not. I was out, so I needed to wait. And it's a good thing I waited because the news story was a bit very. It was very, I don't know, confusing. You know, the way it had been reported. You know, and one like Romano. If you read Romano's news, you led to believe that Sule didn't decide. Then you read Di Marzio's news, and he decided. And the following day, it came out he already decided. So the news is that a Saudi club was pushing, or potentially is still pushing for Sule, and the first offer is close to 30 million. But for now, both the club and the players say no, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. Romeo was suggesting that it's even more than 30 million euros. However, like the priority for Sule is to finish this season at Frosinone and then see what's potentially out there. Now, for Sule's sake, I hope he doesn't do that because I think he has qualities enough to play at a very good level in Europe. I think that would be kind of a waste now to leave if I was him. Again, I cannot say you cannot do that. I'm not sure what he's being offered. Maybe he's on like I think he's on like one, not even 1 mil at Juve. If that offer is 7, 8 mil, you're like, yeah, like what are you gonna do? So I cannot say, oh, you cannot do that. For the clubs, I can only speak from the club's perspective, what I think is possible. I don't think the club is going to accept 30 million. But if that offer, like Romeo is suggesting, is more, and let's say it's close to 40 million, the club will ship him out of the door. I know Sule can say no, and it's no then. But if the offer is somewhere between 35 and 40 million euros, the club will ship him out because that's the cleanest profit you will ever gonna make since Pogba, basically. Like that's just clean plus Valenza, the money the club desperately need. You know, we needed it last summer. We still need it now. If like I said a couple of weeks ago, I don't believe that Sule will be at the club next season. I don't believe that, and that's why. Why I don't believe that is because we're being linked with Felipe Anderson, and I believe Allegri is going to be here. Now things can change really quickly because nobody knew Jurgen Klopp was going to leave Liverpool, and then boom, out of nowhere, everybody's shocked, he's out. So I'm not sure Allegri is going to leave. Romano on his podcast said, "Don't be 100% sure that Allegri is going to be the coach next season." So we don't know that, but going off the assumption he's going to be here again next season, I don't think Sule is going to be at the club, and he's playing well, and offers will come in, and we need plus Valencia. Like we need to sell players. It is what it is, and as much as I want to keep Sule, I think that's just the reality that the club will accept. Like if it's close to 40 million, the club will probably go down on their knees and pray or ask Sule, please accept. That's what I think is going to happen because it's a lot of money and it's just pure clean plus Valenza the club can use to, I don't know, sign a midfielder, improve the defense. Like, I don't know. Like, they can do things with that money. Sign co-miners, potentially. Because, like I said, I have a weird feeling about that Sule one. I just have a very strange feeling that he's not going to be here, that he's never going to wear that Juve jersey again. That's just a feeling I have. And if this offer is real, the club will probably accept it. I think it's just Sule at this moment in time who's like, no. And if I was him, I would say no. But again, things can change really quickly. It's a lot of money for Juve. Now imagine how that money will sound to Soule as well. So that's a Soule news. But as of now, he said no. The club is also saying no. Apparently, I'm very skeptical about that one. Maybe because I made my mind up that he's not going to be at the club, but apparently Soule said no. I'm not going to do that, especially not mid-season. So let's see how that will go. And part of the reason why I don't think Soule is going to be here is this one is Felipe Anderson and Tutto Sport saying, you know what, his signing on the new deal can happen in the next couple of weeks. Now, when I read the article, they suggested he can sign as a free agent after the January transfer window closes. Excuse me. He's free to sign as a free agent. Like he can sign legal documents. That's what Tuttosport is saying. And he said Felipe Anderson, for whom a contract worth 4 million euros a season is ready, has convinced Juve with his versatility, capable of playing as a winger or an attacker, um, adapt to the game as well, and play different positions. That's why I don't think Soule is going to be here, because according to Romeo, these rumors are legit. We are in talks with Felipe Anderson. There's a very high possibility that we could sign Felipe Anderson on free agent as well as a free agent, and there are rumors that it's just extremely close. That's the rumors out there. It's a lot of money, but like I said, Soule clean plus Valenza, he on a free signing. I mean, like, is it the best move to make? No, like in an ideal world, no. But if you just you support the club, just think at the situation of the club, look or think back at the past and type of deals we have done that you look at and you're like, quality wise, this makes no sense. Financially, it makes a lot of sense. And just think about this potentially, what I've been saying, and it kind of all adds up. That's why I'm like, Soule is gone. That's why we're saying Felipe Anderson. But let's see how that will go. It feels like this is just going to happen. Felipe Anderson will be a Juve player. That's the feeling you have now if you listen to all the reports. And then this report from a new striker. He can play right side, he can play left side, but he's mainly a striker. It's from Calcio Mercato, and they are saying that an offer of 8 million euros plus bonuses has been made to Montevideo for Luciano Rodriguez, target favored by Manna. The club, Montevideo, is holding firm on their demand of 50 million euros, with Monaco and Benfica also expressing interest. Now, it's a lot of money. I just don't see that happen. We only have one slot as well for non-EU players. So that's interesting. I'm not sure this is a real thing we should be looking at, or like we should be paying attention at, because he is, like, KEAN is leaving, and I think KEAN is done at the club. Like, he's not signing a new deal. I think in the summer they will try to ship him out. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Chiesa's contract. I find that very strange. But let's say Chiesa, Vlahovic, Yildiz, and Milik stay. You're not going to spend that money on bringing in another player, especially if you bring in Felipe Anderson as well. I just don't see that happening. I never really heard about it. I just saw some articles on Scouted when the World Cup was going on, when they beat Italy. Like, that's the only thing I've seen. He like, his goal scoring stats are not mind boggling as well. So I've like, the link was out there. I looked into it, but it doesn't really make much sense as of now. Now, if we go into the summer and KEAN is gone and somehow we sell Chiesa and all those things start moving, then maybe. But as of now, I'm not really sure about that as well. And then to wrap it up, the KEAN one, Di Marcio first said it's in danger, and a couple hours a couple hours after that, he said, you know what, positive contacts, KEAN to Atletico is now very close, and it could be wrapped up on Monday as well. And then Allegri said, I will speak about it when things are more clear. I think he's out of the door, and I think in the summer we will try to sell, especially if we send him out on loan and we don't renew his contract with 1 year left. I think we'll just try to sell him in the summer as well. So let's see how we will do at Atletico. I'm not even sure if he's going to really play at Atletico. I'm very confused with the entire story and the move as well. But we have other things to focus on now than, what's going to happen with KEAN, with all due respect. So that's a rundown of the latest updates. On match day, I will be live today, post-game, also match reaction, player ratings. And then from next week, it's podcast with all Juvecast, podcast with Anthony from Inter Worldwide, previews, it's just Inter next week. But for now, we need to beat Empoli. Hopefully we do that, and hopefully we can discuss that later tonight. Thanks for watching. See ya. Ciao.